Okay, for a Blue Eyes deck, you're obviously going to need 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. That's your max limit. They're not going to let you have more. Don't forget your Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Get 3 White Stones of Legends because they'll help you. I mean, you can just set it in defense mode, and once it's destroyed, you get to draw your Blue Eyes into your hand from your deck. Blue Eyes Shining, don't need it. It's not recommended, especially since, I mean, you gotta get rid of your ultimate for it. But it could come in handy. It could come in, like, a lot of handiness. You want your Trihorn Dragon just as an extra dragon. You don't need this. But use 2 5-headed dragons in your extra deck. Because if you get these out there, you're pretty much done with the game. You can just about OTK, unless they have a lot of dragons out there, or monsters out on the field. Montage Dragon is not necessary. It has a good effect. Tiger Dragon. I have Kaiser Seahorse, just for the fact that it can be treated as 2 tributes for any light monster. And for light monster, that would be your Blue Eyes White Dragon. Because it being 8 stars, you need 2 monsters to tribute summon for it. Vanguard of the Dragon, again, these are just mainly for your 5-headed dragon. Jinzo, it's a good card, not gonna lie. Red Eyes Darkness Metal, it's a pretty good monster card. I use it a lot. It's gotten me pretty far in a duel too. Lord of D, just for the fact that your dragon cards that are on the field, as long as they're face up, can't be targeted by spells, traps, or card effects. Light and Darkness Dragon. This is a very good card. I actually got it to on my first draw once and was able to special summon it my second turn. Helped me out. Helped me last quite some time. Kaiba Man. It's good. It's a great card. It's actually a great card, but it's not gonna last you as long. If you're facing a strong opponent, this isn't gonna help you too much. But you can tribute summon this for 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon. So if you can get it out there for 2 turns, I mean, you play it your 1 turn, then your next turn, if it's still out there, you can definitely tribute summon that for your Blue Eyes. Breaker the Magical Warrior. I use this a lot. It's mainly, actually somehow magically draw this card a lot for my first draw. So he's pretty strong for your first monster out there. Also Luster Dragon. Luster Dragon's a nice card to have on your first turn. Summoner's Art. You can take that from your deck to your hand. I use it for my Blue Eyes most of the time. A lot of time I'll use it for my Montage Dragon. Another Summoner's Art. I overstock on polys. You don't need all 3. I do it because it's helpful for your Blue Eyes and your 5-headed dragon. Defusion. This isn't really necessary. It's one of those things that's just in case. Dragon's Mirror is pretty cool. Can come in handy. Ancient Rules. I like this because you have your Blue Eyes in your hand and you have no way of summoning it. Just special summon it with Ancient Rules. Lightning Vortex. Definitely handy. Especially, I did this. I got 1 5-headed dragon out of the field. I want to say he had like 4,800 life points. And I used my Lightning Vortex, destroyed all his monsters. I ended the match. Future Fusion, definitely handy as long. Well, actually, because you don't need the cards in your hand for the fusion. You do this, you keep it out there. You have to, of course, you have to reveal. So you have to show them what monster you're gonna use. If you get Future Fusion on your first turn, I recommend using it, especially if you have your 5-headed dragon or your Blue Eyes White or Blue Eyes Ultimate. Use Future Fusion your first turn. Go through your deck, destroy your 5 dragons. You can use Luster, Light and Darkness. You don't need to do that one. Red Eyes Darkness, Vanguard, Tiger Dragon, Montage Dragon. You have all these dragons that you can destroy. Don't get rid of your Blue Eyes, any of the Blue Eyes. But all you have to do is 5. Just get rid of 5 dragons. If you want, even throw in a couple extra dragon cards. I even have Mirage Dragon down here. And then on your second standby phase, you summon him, and you're set. Mystical Space Typhoon. You can use your MST. A lot of times your opponent will have something like Torrential Tribute out, and it'll be out there when you're about to use 5-headed dragon or Blue Eyes Ultimate. So if you have an MST, use it on any. If they have a face down card, use it on that, because if they have Torrential Tribute or something out there, as soon as you get this out there, it's gone. All the monsters are gone. Also, if they only have a one face down card, no monsters on the field, it might be Torrential Tribute. A lot of times it is. It's either that, Mirror Force, or Magic Cylinder. It's going to be something that's going to help them not take damage from you. So try to keep at least one MST. Heavy Storm. Heavy Storm comes in handy too, unless you have a bunch of... Unless you actually set your polys. I never set my polys. I just activate them. I try not to set these because a lot of people that I play against have Heavy Storms and MSTs, so I don't set them. I'll just activate them. Pot of Avarice. It's only gonna be... This you'll only use after you have 5 monsters in your graveyard, which would be 5 again with your 5-headed dragon. If you have sent the 5 to the graveyard and special summon this, then you use Pot of Avarice and get those 5 cards back into your deck. Rainbow Light, not a necessary card, but if you, on your opponent's standby phase, actually, as soon as your opponent starts his battle phase, you can activate Rainbow Life, and for the whole rest of the turn, if they cause any damage to you, you don't take it as damage, you add that to your life points. So that could be helpful. Return from the Different Dimension. This is not a necessary card because I don't see you banishing many cards with this deck. It's only if somebody else is gonna banish something. But you get to special summon cards for that round, for that turn. They will go back to your banishment, though. Divine Wrath definitely comes in handy if somebody has a monster with an amazing effect. I'm not going to specify anything. I'll let you figure that one out on your own. 7 Tools of the Bandit. Don't necessarily need this. I threw it in just because a lot of the people I play will have Torrential Tributes out there, and if I have this down there, I think it's worth it for the 1,000 life points. Just so that you can keep your dragons or anything out there. Do not use it if you only have like a Lord of D out there or your Breaker the Magical Warrior. Just keep it in case you're about to summon one of these and they use it. Magic Jammer. That's another thing. Just negate the activation of a spell card. Again, they use MST while you have something out there that's helpful. Just negate it. Call of the Haunted. I like this card a lot, especially because Blue Eyes Ultimate, it does not say that he cannot be special summoned. So if they destroy your Blue Eyes Ultimate through anything like Torrential Tribute or any other card, Call of the Haunted, bring him back, and this card stays out there forever. So unless destroyed by something else. So as long as this stays out there, you get your monster out there. Mirage Dragon, that, like I said, it's just another extra dragon to keep out there in order to make 5-headed dragon. Graceful Dice, not necessary at all. I just use it as a quick play because, as you can see, roll one-sided die. The result is multiplied by 100 points and added to the attack and defense of all monsters you control until the end of your turn. So you do this before your battle phase. Hopefully you get a 6. Get 600 extra attack points. Help you out a little bit. Dust Tornado. Again, not a necessary card. But use it whenever say somebody has Called Haunted on their side. Dust Tornado. Get rid of that card. Then you can set a spell or trap card. You don't need to. Again, my Torrential Tributes. When a monster is summoned, destroy all monsters in the field. Comes in very handy. Gold Sarcophagus. I actually used to have the different dimension capsule, but it wasn't helping me as much as I could have. So Gold Sarcophagus is actually a different type of the same card as that, but this is better because it's instant. Different dimension capsule takes a few turns, so that it wasn't working out the way I needed it to. But Gold Sarcophagus is instant, so it's not gonna be destroyed while you're waiting for something else to happen. Again, you have your Blue Eyes Ultimate and your 2 5-headed dragons just in case. The reason I have 2 5-headed dragons is because of Pot of Avarice. You get the 1 out, all 5 of those go to your graveyard. You use Pot of Avarice, get those 5 monsters back, you still have your 5-headed dragon. You use your second 5-headed dragon again, because with the third poly, actually it could be your second poly because you might not have your Blue Eyes Ultimate out there. But either way, you have another poly, so you can actually have 2 5-headed dragons out there at one time. I have done it. I like it. So that's my Blue Eyes deck. Hope you like it.